When you use a cell phone or a wireless device near your head, some of the wireless radio frequency radiation is absorbed into your brain, your eyes. This is a 2018 study published in Environmental Research, which was the first to model cell phone radiation in a virtual reality position in a child model. The study found that compared to adult models, children experience 2 to 3-fold higher radiofrequency radiation doses to their eyes and frontal lobe when the cell phone is used in the virtual reality position. The colors you see represent the rate of radiofrequency radiation absorption into tissue, with the most intense levels being yellow and orange. Our organization was a lead petitioner in a case against the FCC regarding radiofrequency radiation exposure limits. And in August 2021, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit ruled in our favor, finding that the FCC had ignored scientific evidence and failed to provide a reasoned explanation for its determination that the FCC's 1996, now 2-decade-old regulations were still adequately protective of human health. The court ordered the FCC to provide a reasoned determination and specifically to address the evidence on impacts to children and long-term exposures. Now, the court specifically noted that the FCC ignored the American Academy of Pediatrics' repeated letters, which stated that children are more vulnerable to wireless radiation. Scientific studies document that children's brains are more sensitive as they're still developing. Plus, there is a deeper penetration, more intense penetration into their brains. They have thinner skulls and smaller heads, and they'll have a lifetime of exposure. Peer-reviewed research has demonstrated a myriad of adverse biological effects from radiofrequency, including brain cancer, DNA damage, oxidative stress, altered brain development, headaches, damage to reproductive organs, and memory damage. A recent published review found that the majority of animal studies and cell studies had increased oxidative stress within regulatory limits. And the authors note that adverse conditions such as diseases like diabetes, neurodegenerative diseases, compromise the body's defense mechanisms, including their antioxidant protection mechanism, and individuals with pre-existing conditions are more likely to experience health effects. A just published letter in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute by U.S. experts concludes that there is a need for the public to reduce exposures to radiofrequency radiation now. However, the FDA website inaccurately communicates to the public that safety is assured. The FDA has even written elected officials that they've evaluated all the scientific evidence when in fact they have not shown any review of the totality of the science. And it dismisses the $30 million National Toxicology Program study that the FDA itself requested, a study that found DNA damage and concluded clear evidence of cancer. We are opposed to the FDA taking any action that increases or allows radiofrequency radiation to children's brains, especially in the virtual reality position, until there is a science-based, up-to-date, transparent research review and risk assessment that's been completed by independent experts with the opportunity for public comment. There is no ongoing U.S. government review nor post-market surveillance related to wireless radiofrequency radiation.